Biggest winner of Biden defense budget is China. Graham warns McCarthy on debt ceiling deal. U.S. won't tolerate China's coercion on chip giant Micron, Commerce Secretary. Taiwan would lose sovereignty if accepting 1992 consensus, Taiwanese Vice President. Chinese people rush to buy lottery tickets, wishing to change their fate overnight.
South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham warned Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy against reducing the defense budget to reach a deal on the debt ceiling. Graham told Fox News Sunday host Shannon Bream, "Kevin said that the defense is fully funded. If we adopt the Biden defense budget, it increases defense spending below inflation. 3.2% increase in defense is below inflation." According to Graham, the Biden defense budget would reduce the U.S. Navy's fleet size from 298 to 291. Meanwhile, China plans to nearly triple its own. He claimed, "The biggest winner of the Biden defense budget is China, because they'll have a bigger navy, and it will be Putin." He added, "There's nothing in the budget for Biden to help Ukraine win a war that they're on the verge of driving the Russians out. So, I like Kevin a lot, but don't tell me that the Biden defense budget fully funds the military." He pointed out the connection between Ukraine and China, and said the U.S. needs more defense spending to strengthen the nation's arsenal. By supporting Ukraine in defeating Putin and ending the war on favorable terms in Ukraine, the U.S. will make China less likely to invade Taiwan. He insisted, "The defense budget that they're proposing as part of this deal makes it impossible for us to do the things we need to do. You're reducing defense spending at a time we need more of it." House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat, New York, said in a statement that President Biden had announced an agreement in principle regarding the debt ceiling, and that the deal would be finalized once the Biden administration has reviewed legislative text prepared by House Republicans. By 2 p.m. Eastern Time on May 28th, Biden and McCarthy are set to speak to complete the agreement. U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo has issued a strong statement to Beijing for banning chip giant Micron technology for failing a security review. Speaking at a press conference on May 27th, the Commerce Secretary reiterated that the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, lacked any basis in fact for penalizing the company, and that the U.S. strongly opposes the measure. She declared, "We see it as plain and simple economic coercion. We won't tolerate it, nor do we think it will be successful." The CCP said on May 21st that Micron failed its security review. Without further clarification on what the review has found, it said products from the American memory chip maker would be banned from key infrastructure projects. The company later forecast that the measure would drag its revenue down. Raimondo said Washington is engaging with allies on the issue. She did not mention which steps the U.S. might take. She said, "As we said at the G7, and as we have said consistently, we are closely engaging with partners addressing this specific challenge, and all challenges related to China's non-market practices." Representative Mike Gallagher suggested that the Commerce Department could respond by taking on Chinese memory chip maker Changxin Memory Technologies, or CXMT, China's leading producer of dynamic random access memory chips. Bloomberg reported that Raimondo did not address if Washington was planning any move on CXMT. Raimondo said that she confronted China's Commerce Minister Wang Wentao about the Micron situation when both sides met on May 25th. It's unclear how Wang responded.
Taiwanese Vice President Lai Ching-te said that if Taiwan accepts the so-called 1992 consensus, the island would lose its sovereignty. 1992 consensus is a political term referring to an agreement in a meeting attended by semi-official representatives of CCP's regime in Taiwan. The agreement recognizes the principle of only one China. This is expressed by China's regime that Taiwan has acknowledged that at some point the island will have to be annexed to the territory dominated by CCP. In a survey in early 2019, 84.1% of Taiwanese did not accept the definition of CCP's 1992 consensus. According to Taiwan News, Lai believes signing a peace agreement with China's regime will not bring real peace. This, he said, has been proven by what happened with Hong Kong and Tibet. He added that peace cannot be achieved by mere words. A nation must rely on its own strength. Lai points out that there are no winners in war. Under the leadership of President Tsai Ing-wen, Taiwan has continuously enhanced its strength while supporting democracy. He expressed that everyone should believe in Taiwan and stand with the international democratic community, moving forward on the path of democracy. Lai Ching-te said Taiwan is like a mother, and 23 million Taiwanese are all children, and he is one of them. Lai was selected as the Democratic Progressive Party's presidential candidate. He will have to face Kuomintang Party candidate Huo Yue in the presidential race elections early next year.
At a time when China's economy is in recession and the youth unemployment rate has hit a record high of 20.4%, the revenue of lottery tickets in China has reached the highest level in the past 10 years. Young Chinese people seem willing to take their chances and want to get rich overnight amid increased economic uncertainty. According to the latest data released by Chinese Ministry of Finance, the total number of lottery tickets sold nationwide in April this year was $7.11 billion, up 62% year-on-year. The revenue of welfare lottery institutions is $2.2 billion, up 30.3% year-on-year, and the revenue of sports lottery institutions is $4.9 billion, up 81.8% year-on-year. Yi Xianrong, a Qingjiao University economist, said that lottery tickets are often associated with economic instability. Especially young people who hope to become rich overnight with a little money often go to lottery shops when they have nothing to do. A 28-year-old Chinese woman who works for an internet company bought lottery tickets at a Beijing shopping mall and said, "Earning 1 million is not as good as winning 1 million. She bought a lottery tickets due to the worry of becoming unemployed. In the middle of the month in Yiwu, Jiaohua City, Zhejiang Province, a vendor selling grilled squid at a night market won the first prize of $3.63 million after buying a lottery ticket. The windfall was then widely circulated on Chinese social platforms, indicating the Chinese people's strong desire to change their lives.